The checklist for getting your files ready for production come in two parts. I'm going to talk about the disk first. So follow along with your checklist and check these off as you go. But I'm going to go to looking at my disk design. I'm first going to start by looking at my case. So I have a case design here that might look something like yours. I've got cover, booklet, front, back, etc. I'll talk about this production step later. But I have taken a look at the disk preview layer because this allows me to see what my disk would look like inside that tray. I've got these little stars that will show on the side of the disk. This little star here will be visible through the front. But this is basically my disk design, and I just want to take this and then go to the disk design layer. I've already got it in here, but let's pretend I didn't. So then I'm going to paste this into my artwork layer, and I'm just going to use the guides here to align my artwork. If I go to the checklist here, it says use the preview hider to check alignment. Well, actually, first let's back up. Last name disk print. So you might already have a disk design file, but I want to save this as Blights disk print. And what this does is it allows you to create a second document that if you have your original files, there might be stuff distributed around the artboard we don't need, but this lets us know this is the final, we're ready to print version of your design. So I'm going to save that. Yes, it's just a PDF. And I should now be in that. I can see that I'm in that file, so I'm working with that. If I go back to my checklist, I've done that. Preview hider to check alignment. So there is a layer in here called Preview Hider, which allows for you to see this little circle in the middle will not print. That's the hole in the disk. But you still want to have your design fill that whole spot. Don't try to leave a blank spot for it. Otherwise it probably won't align correctly and then your design is off. So just let this flood across that hole, but be aware that the Preview Hider shows you where the hole is. So if I want to adjust this anywhere to get a better relationship to that hole, I can. I also want to make sure if I've got a background color bleed, and if you have a photo that's a square, if you've placed a photo in the background, I just want to make sure that that photo is scaled up to the point where it goes just beyond the outside portions of that red line. That way I know that the ink is going to print all the way to the edge of the disk. So I can use my preview hider to see if things are going beyond those boundaries. Yes, that is working. Let me go back to the checklist. Delete the preview hider. So once I've got that in place, I don't need that preview hider layer anymore. I can just delete it. And then I just save this and I will upload it to Canvas. And you can do that in the assignment 7 page. But that's the checklist for getting your disk ready to print.